Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I want to see all your pretty faces. I need to see your faces. Okay, good. Yes, we got to show our cameras, right? We can't have a bag over our head when we're in a meeting. So we can't have our camera off during this meeting. I'm really weird about that. Okay, so tell me when I say lead nurture, I want to know what you think when you think lead nurture. What do you think? Somebody tell me. Either put it in the chat or yell it out. When I say lead nurture, what do you think? What comes to mind? What are you doing right now for lead nurture? Jacqueline.
Giving them some information, making sure that they're still interested.
Good. Okay. So what kind of things do you give them?
Well, oh gosh, I want to say knowledge, but that's such an old word.
That's
I
okay.
want to give them value.
Value. Okay, perfect.
So if they're debating on whether it's this area, that area, this time of year, that time of year, you're just kind of giving them that
push,
carrying them along the way.
Okay, good, perfect, excellent. All right answers. What else do you think about when I say lead nurture? What do you think about?
Attention, giving them attention.
Good. Yes, giving them attention. Good, John. What else are we doing for lead nurture?
Maintaining relationships.
Absolutely. More.
Giving them items of value.
Excellent. Okay, so what kind of items of value are you giving?
Well, depending on who they are, whether information about the area, schools, neighborhoods. You can do something fun like restaurants and stores and fun things to do.
All excellent. So how are you with lead nurture? How are you monitoring it to where you can give the right people the right things that they're wanting? Are you tagging people in your CRMs? How are you doing that? Anybody?
Working on that one.
Okay. That's a really good thing to do. So the more that you can tag people, whether they're buying or selling or have certain tags in your CRM for them, as far as, neighborhoods or just as much information that you can get and give them specific information based upon what they're wanting to do, the better. Now, here's the thing about buying and selling is that it's a long process, right? So in every business, there's certain aspects, and a lot of businesses fail, and a lot of real estate agents fail in the first 2 years because they don't think about every aspect of their business. So when you think about your business, and when you think about to have it be full circle, you need to think about marketing, right? Lead generation, lead nurture, conversion, fulfillment and delivery, and then what I call the 5 R's: refer, retain, resell, and you get that through rituals and routines. Okay. Most businesses fail because they are only focused on one or two aspects of that wholesale cycle, right? But the wholesale cycle, remember, lead marketing, lead generation, lead nurture, conversion, fulfillment and delivery, and the 5 R's. All of those are very, very important. One of the hardest things for agents to do is actually the nurturing part, because we want it now, right? And the hard thing about that is that with lead nurture, it takes the longest, especially in real estate. It's not like when, somebody comes through your sales funnels and, it's time, right? It takes time, and it's the hardest aspect for us. Okay. So I want you to also, and everything everyone said is 100% right. They're all great things. And you want to continue to do that. We can also nurture through our content, right? Like we can nurture to the masses through our content. So what I want you to think about is that and I know you guys always say, Krista always talks about video because it's been the most important thing that I've used in my business to get to where I'm at in business. And so I want you to think about also your content, right? Can absolutely nurture people through your video content. You're nurturing people when you don't even realize you're nurturing. I call it views while you snooze, right? It's nurturing people. It's reminding past clients about you. It's reminding new clients about who you are. It's helping you retain the customers and clients that you already have. And it's having people from, way back when that never would have thought about you or you would never have come to mind had they not seen you. Okay. It's like all of a sudden you get a phone call from little Johnny that you made out with in 8th grade, right? It's like, and now you're 45. It's like, oh my gosh, I know that person, right? Because, but again, they would never have thought about you had they not seen your content. So I want you to think about nurturing people through your content and through doing it to the masses. Okay. Also, it's really important when you nurture people to tag people in your CRM, because then you can give buyers buyer information, sellers seller information, whatever niche that you're in, right? Information specific. And again, you can do it to the masses. So it looks more like it's going directly to and for that person. The more our content speaks directly to somebody based upon where they're at and what they're thinking about doing, the more likely we're going to convert. Remember, conversion is also another part of our sales cycle. Okay. So when we think about how do we nurture people that to the masses through our video content, what types of content would that look like? And it looks like pretty much any type of video content will nurture. Okay. Any type of video content will nurture, whether it's you interviewing a local professional or you doing a community video or you doing a market update, right? You're nurturing. I also want you to think about this with your lead nurture. Remember, we always talk about, we never know where people are going to end up in our sales cycle. So it's like an infinity sign. Remember, it's like, can you guys do this? Whoa. That's weird. It's like an infinity sign. Okay. We never know where people are at in their buying cycle. Okay. We never know. Are they ready to make a decision? Are they comparing or contrasting? Are they not even thinking about it really, but actually they are, right? Are they researching? Like, what are they doing? Okay. So when we can nurture people at every single level through our video content. We're nurturing all of these people and pushing them closer to being able to make a decision. Okay. And doing everything that you all said is absolutely nurturing, right? We want to have parties for people. We want to do, we want to have get-togethers. We want to, do our video text messages every single day, right? 10 a day, 50 a week. What is that after 52 weeks? John, what's that number? Right? How many touches is that? What's 52 times 50?
A lot.
It's a lot. Let's figure out what that is, right?
Something. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what that is. Okay. 52 times 50 is 2,600. Oops, not right. 2,600 nurturing contacts. Do you think that by doing 10 video text messages a day, 2,600 nurture attempts, that's going to affect your bottom line of your business?
Yep.
Right. That's nurturing, right? We can also do types of content that might look like it's personal, but it's not, but it won't be as effective. But I just really want to get into your head that your video content is nurturing while you are not working, while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, while you're watching the Super Bowl, while you're here on this call. And that's the best way for you not to have the ups and downs of the business, is for you to think about, how do I work smarter and not harder all the time? Or how do I take my life back? All of us, James, all of us get into the business because we want to have more freedom and we want to have more flexibility and we want to have more time, but we get into business just to find that the business owns us. And it's because we're not adapting our business model, right? We're not, so we've been doing, did you have a question, James? You have a question? Go ahead.
Yes. So with all these things that you just mentioned, the 5 hours and then the other elements of the business, what kind of timetable have you created so that you're actually doing this type of, you're addressing all these things in a systematic, repeatable way, meaning there's so many things to do how is the calendar set up to make sure that you're doing the incremental elements of each one of these things consistently?
Okay, so the nurturing aspect, which is so marketing for me is very, very simple. So for example, once I do my my About Me brochure, it's done. It's time in the beginning, but then it's finished, right? Once I've written my book, it's done. Now I have this piece. It's hard in the beginning and then it stops. Now I can take these two pieces and I can digitize them and put them into my workflows, right? My workflows are nurturing, my workflows are converting, and my workflows are also making sure that I give a really good fulfillment and delivery process. They do all those things for me. My workflows also are market as well, because it's putting me in front of people. So a lot of these things, it takes time in the beginning, right? It takes time in the beginning, but then once you have them set up and in place, it's much less work for me to do. For example, it takes me time every month to create my video scripts, right? It takes me time to record, but once I start doing those and I do them over and over again, what used to take me an hour to do now, it takes me literally 5 minutes.
Would you like to have 2 days of live coaching directly from me, where we're actually going to go over one strategy that in 2020 brought in 48 seller transactions? Well, you want to go to KristaMashore.com/2dayslive. That's KristaMashore.com/2dayslive. Our next live is actually February 22nd and 23rd. It's only $97 and you get coached directly from me all day long for 2 days straight. So if you're wanting more sellers and you're wanting to learn to utilize video and social media in your business, then show up to our next 2 days live. Go to KristaMashore.com/2dayslive and I will see you there.
Right. And but then again, my nurturing is like happening all month long, all month long through those video content. Also, then I'll just say do a market update, because I have people tagged, and every 2 weeks my team knows that they're going to go in and they're going to send a market update through it mass email. We have a very high email open rate. God, the last time, it's very, very high. So the average email open rate is like under 20%, right? But when you give a lot of value, your open email rate can be significantly higher, especially like, for example, market updates, right? People, they're always asking you the same thing. Well, how's the market doing? Especially now, is the market a crash? What's going on? Oh my gosh, interest rates. So they actually, when you give that information that people are interested in, you nurture them with that, right? You take that content, I put it all over social media. I run ads behind all the content that we do. So now I'm not just nurturing my friends and family. I'm nurturing like my whole entire community, right? Then I take that same content, that same video content on the market updates or on great ones that we've done, throughout the community. And we then email those to our list, right? We change them. We just do every 2 weeks, we change we change the video, and they're getting another video from me every 2 weeks, right? Another way to nurture is like, have you guys ever heard of HomeBot? HomeBot. Okay. HomeBot's a great way to nurture people, right? HomeBot it's free if you have a lender, your lender can pay for it. And it's a great way for you to nurture people by delivering value. People really want to know about their home and the value and all these things. They like, what do you do? If you're an agent and you see a house go on the market, you're grabbing that flyer, or you're going home and you're like, in your own neighbor, you want to know what the house is going for because it's your own house, right? And you're in real estate. So everyone else is the same way too, right? So like utilizing tools like that add as much value as possible, nurture, right? Lead nurture. So I want you to think about lead nurture as much as you can do it in a way that's more passive. So it's not, so you do get your time back. Okay. For example, a passive way of lead nurturing, which is not really passive, it does require some work. But if you were to do, like, every single year we do at Thanksgiving, we do a pie giveaway. We give everybody a pie, and we rent out a local bar, and we have like wine and cheese and do all these things, right? That's in November. And then in the summer every year we do a casino party or some type of a party where it's like, I give everybody wins prizes, and I just feed them like crazy, and they just love coming to this party. That's a passive way of nurturing people too, and also being in front of their face, giving them things, adding value. Now, accompany that from them seeing me all the time. Before you know it, 6 months has gone by, and I haven't spoken to them, but they feel like they just saw me. And I was able to do it on more of a massive scale. Okay. A lot of agents, a lot of people, we all do, right? The hardest thing to do is for us to call people and to get on the phone and to, like, you guys want leads, but you don't want to call the leads, right? Like, you want the leads, but calling the leads for most people is like, it's like drawing blood or eating dog poop. I mean, nobody wants to call the leads. Okay. And I know this as a broker because I've paid for leads for a long time. And I'm like, why is nobody calling these leads? They just have a hard time in organizing. So the more that we can nurture on a passive scale, the more likely we are to convert. And why is that? Because we're developing a connection with people, right? We're connecting with them. So the conversion gets easier. Also, when you nurture in this manner through video content, you are not the one doing the chasing. They are literally calling you. Again, conversion is easier because you're making a connection and you're top of mind, right? You get more referrals, you retain more business, you get more repeat business, right? Refer, retain, resell. Okay. And you get that because of your rituals and routines of constantly doing the nurturing on a global level, but then still nurturing on a in-person level by, again, offering value. Okay. So when we talk about video content and we talk about, getting this information out to the masses, and I know so many of you still have a really hard time with it, right? It's very difficult. We're worried about how we look or how we're going to sound. Are they going to like us? Are we going to make a mistake? This is hard. It takes too much time. I want you to know that you will save time. You will save time. You will make more money and you'll be able to have your life back, and you're not going to have so much of the ups and downs if you make this type of marketing, nurturing, lead generation, right, as a part of your way of life of doing business. Ken, would you agree with me? And you're doing it.
Absolutely. It's consistency. You got to be consistent.
You've got to commit to consistently producing content correctly meaning the right content, distributing it so it's actually being seen, so you can you'll make a connection, you'll convert more clients and customers. I call it the 8 C's.
It's a system. You guys, the video isn't really the product. The system is the machine. It's not the video. Videos are easy to do. It's that if you set up the system the way Krista has it laid out, I can go from in front of the camera to a finished video in 3 days for $35 on any topic. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing transformation and how our outreach, because I've been the telephone guy. Now I'm using videos and telephone. So I'm not going to quit the phone, but the video really enhances the power of our phones.
Did you hear that? Why? So meaning what he's saying is now that when he's calling, it's like, Ken, aren't you that? Oh, Ken, I know Ken.
Yeah.
Right.
I went and listed a house yesterday. A guy says, come over and list me. I hadn't talked to him for 6 months. It was just a market analysis I did a year ago.
And why is that? Because Ken is top of mind. He's nurturing.
Yeah.
He's nurturing. He's developing a relationship. He's breaking down barriers. He's getting people to know him, to like him, and to trust him. And he's being seen as the authority figure, and he cannot be forgotten. Now understand, he's not just doing it to his friends and family. He's doing it to his entire community. Are you wanting a kickstart on your business and you want to learn how to be the go-to professional in your industry? Well, guess what? I've got a challenge for you. It's 5 days of coaching. It's brand new. Just go to KristaMashore.com/client conversion. That's KristaMashore.com/client conversion. And you'll get a training with me for 5 straight days that's going to help kickstart you as the go-to professional in your industry. So sign up and I'll see you there. You get that, everybody? Okay. So when we talk to you about these kind of things, like I want to ask, I think I've been coaching now for 6 months on here. And we talk about video content a lot. How many of you have been on this call with me where you've heard me talking about these type of strategies? Like raise your hand if you have. Do this. Okay. We got some newbies, huh? Okay. So now another question. Do it. How many of you are actually doing it? Good. A lot of you. Good, good. Are you seeing it make a difference in your business? Okay. Are you doing it consistently? Good. Okay. Awesome. Here's what I'll tell you is it's impossible for it not to work if you do it. It's impossible. It's just impossible. impossible, right? Like once you do this, you do it on a regular basis because you're literally working while you're not working, right? You're working while you're not working. That's why you don't have this in your business when you do it correctly on it. That's awesome. I'm so glad you guys are doing it. So good. Let me hear some of your success stories regarding it because what gets celebrated gets replicated. So what gets celebrated gets replicated. What are you doing? How is it different? Ken said, hey, I'm on the phone now when I call people, and it's like phone calling is even easier.
Yeah, I just started doing the videos. I haven't been doing videos very long. I'm really shocked at how fast I'm getting response from family and friends and people say, hey, I saw you here, I saw you there, and just hired a full-time guy out of Nicaragua to do nothing but deliver the video through the different avenues of through the different channels that are available. And I just realized that there's 3 channels I missed. So, and you can get an expat in South America for, 10 or 15 bucks an hour, and they might be somebody with a master's.
Yeah. Where'd you find them from? What website?
Actually, it was a referral from another expat that I have had as a cold caller for the last 3.5 years. But I'm finding that the quality of people in South America is far higher than what we got out of the Philippines.
Really?
Higher.
Are they $10 to $15 an hour? They're that high, huh?
Or that high, but you're talking about an American citizen, or in my case, both Canadian citizens, that you don't have to deal with cultural issues. You don't have to deal with language issues. You don't have, they're worth 30 or 40 bucks an hour.
Really?
This guy's a master, and he does nothing but digital marketing. He jumped onto my sites and everything like crazy. So I'm like, yeah, 20 bucks an hour, 10 bucks an hour, or 15 bucks an hour. It's not the dollars per hour. It's the value per hour that you're getting back. I'll pay $1,000 an hour to somebody that's worth 2.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's good, Ken. Good for you for doing that. I'm proud of you for being so consistent, implementing so much. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot to do.
Yeah, there's a lot to do.
You're like drinking from a fire hose, Krista.
but we have it laid out, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's very, very methodical.
Yeah, good. It's nice seeing you implement. Okay, questions. We got 7 minutes, and I like to leave room for questions. James was always good about asking questions. You can ask questions about anything. Courtney, you have one?
Yeah. So how do you come up with the content for your videos?
Okay, good question. So first of all, remember this statement, everyone. Unless you're solving a problem, you can't be considered a solution. Okay, so we always want to be solving problems for people. How do we solve problems? Also understand that when you're solving a problem for somebody, they're going to be able to they're going to listen more. You're going to have a higher likelihood of converting because you're helping them through something that they need. So if I have a client avatar, or I have a specific niche, I'm going to think about what are the problems or the questions that arise around this various niche. That's one way. Think about problems. What problems people are having, what issues are people having, right? How can you make their life better? That's one way of thinking about content. Another one is just to be a reporter, right? A reporter meaning you learn something good or you hear about something and you report it back, right? You report, for example, you go to a call like this and then you go, man, I just had this awesome coaching call, right? And we learned about how you can actually utilize video and video can nurture people. So if you're a business person and you want to nurture your clients, utilizing video is a great way to do so, right? You're adding value. Ken, go ahead.
Yeah, I have an example. The president just extended the foreclosure moratorium to June 30th. So if you can hop in front of a camera, I just looked up a couple articles, make a script, load it onto the teleprompter, stand in front of the camera, say, this is what happened. This is what happened. They extended this, the foreclosure moratorium to June 30th. But you know what? You can still sell your house. You can still sell your house even during the moratorium. If you have tenants in it, ask me how. And that's your video. And if you can get that done and out in a couple of days, you're going to be ahead of all of your competition. And again, being seen as the authority.
Mm-hmm.
So
Awesome.
it's that the ability to get current relevant content out is important.
Yeah, relevant and current. Here's another good thing you can do too. Watch, I'm gonna share my screen real quickly with y'all. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so if you go to Google and you go, how to sell. Okay, so here's the first one that came up is how to sell a home by owner. Okay, so that's like for selling. Okay, that's a very common thing that people are selling and want to know. Now you're afraid, oh, I want to know how to sell their house by owner because they won't use me. That's not the case. They still will. Now, if you go down to the bottom, and it will show you other related searches to how to sell a home by owner. Paperwork for selling a house by owner, steps to selling a house by owner, how to sell your house without a realtor, sell your home yourself websites. Okay, now let's do this.
Brilliant, Krista. Brilliant.
Thank
Love
you.
the way your mind works. I get it. That light bulb moment.
You're so cute.
Type
Here's
in
the
how to
question.
save. I want to see if save commissions comes up.
Okay, let's how to save.
How to save. See if commissions comes up. Oh, no, I didn't. I figured that would be a good one.
It's, well, look at though. Yeah, so
Yeah.
how to save realtor
Yeah.
commission. That's like the third one down. Now you click on how to save commission. You go down to the bottom, and it's like how to negotiate with the realtor commission.
Yeah,
Average realtor commission 2019.
there's your
What's
content.
their commission. All these things are related searches to what people are searching for. So now you become the resource. You become the reporter. Okay. There's also something
Wait,
called. Go ahead.
question, why would you make a video about how to negotiate against yourself?
Because
I'm not saying it's a good idea. I just don't understand why you would do it.
because people are searching it and you want to be the evaluate. It doesn't need to be you're gonna like, first of all, things you need to think about when looking for somebody for commissions is if you want to hire somebody who's more experienced, it isn't necessarily about negotiating commission. It's about finding the best person that to best suit your job. Just like Ken just said, if you're going to have a real
It's a pivot.
does that make sense? So
It's a
just
pivot. Yeah, I get it.
think about it. Now,
Yeah,
watch.
it's an opportunity to educate. I have 18, I'm putting together 18 videos on for sale by owners. And you know what? If you're for sale by owner, 5% of houses sell by owner. Most of those have a selling agent. So you're paying 2.5 or 3% to a professional to negotiate against you. Why not hire me and I'll negotiate for you and I'll get you more than that back and protect you in the process.
Yes. Awesome, Ken. So this is a website called answerthepublic.com. Answerthepublic.com.
Yeah, interesting.
You go to answerthepublic.com and I put in how to sell a home. Look at all the things that come up. 73 questions that range of how to sell a home. Then I go down here, and it's like the can with for how. Then it puts it into a B, C, D, E format for me. All of these, how to sell a home loan, how to sell a luxury home, how to sell a home in Texas, how to sell a home in probate, how to sell a home in trust, how to sell a help to buy a home, how to sell a home to buy a home, right? All these things. Go to answerthepublic.com. You'll never ever run out of content just from doing that.
That's fascinating. It's an SEO machine.
Yes, exactly.
I learned about that website a couple months ago. It's scary how
It is.
powerful it is.
Okay, everyone. So have a great day. Time to implement, right? Knowledge is not power. Implementation is power, not knowledge. It's the implementation part. So be sure to implement. Also, be sure to invite people here. Remember, contribution equals growth. Contribution equals growth. The more you contribute to others, the more you will grow and the more you will achieve. So tell your neighbors about this. And I'll see y'all next week.
Hey there, I have a brand new podcast called Fired Up with Krista Mashore, where I bring my high energy right to your ears. This podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So do me a favor, go subscribe and leave a review. All this information is free and I cannot wait to teach you everything I know. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.